How's it going, guys? It's your boy Ignan here, and we're back on 5 9 Gaming with my buddies Troko and Gale. Introduce yourselves.
Hello.
Yo, 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 what's up, everybody?
Alright, and today we're going to be talking about previous Golden Weeks on Dokkan Battle, and we're going to be talking about our predictions, or I guess what we want from Golden Week this year. So, Troko, take it away.
So, Golden Week, always pretty big hype celebrations, lots of content, especially with the direction Year 6 is going. I'm expecting a ton of EZAs, I'm expecting a lot of good content, new events, and, of course, hope the units are good. So, Gale, we're just talking the previous Golden Week units, Exchange Boo and Gotenks, right?
Yep, that was last year's. The year before that, we had Trunks and Zamasu, and of course, in 2019, if I recall correctly, or 2018, 2018, we had SSB Vegeta and Jiren's Dokkan Fest on JP, of course. So there has been.
Wait, was Evolution Blue? Wait, it was. But
it was...
so Golden Week this year and last year, were the banners? No, were they Hero and Extreme or?
No. Okay, so the weird
banners,
thing
right?
about 2018 was that SSB Vegeta and Jiren were on the same banner. It was literally like they weren't. It wasn't a dual Dokkan Fest. It was only since Trunks and Zamasu they were doing dual Dokkan Fests for Golden Week. So
I don't actually remember that.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. I'm really looking for it's.
Was that because Jiren didn't Dokkan Awaken immediately?
Yeah, I think it was because of
Probably.
that, because I remember there was that whole issue of like when UI Goku came out, you couldn't Dokkan Awaken him. When SSB Vegeta came out, you could Dokkan Awaken him immediately, I think. But when Jiren came out, you couldn't Dokkan Awaken him. So it was kind of like, oh, bit of an odd one to do. But yeah, it's interesting that they've shifted to doing dual Dokkan Fests now, which in my opinion is kind of better, especially being a global player, because, discounts and tickets for us, it's always a dub, and we get it way later on down the line. We get it in like November instead, right? So it's better for us, but just in general for JP players as well, there's a lot of value out of it, I feel, as well, considering it's usually 3+1 as well, right? So yeah, I mean, speaking about the units themselves, however, I mean, they haven't necessarily aged the best, right, guys? So, Troko, what are your thoughts on the last few ones we've had? Let's talk about Trunks and Zamasu and Gotenks and Boo, because they're the best examples we can take, right? So
yeah. Vegeta was a weird spot. We're taking a look, and Zamasu on his release was fine. He had good links. He was definitely not a bad unit, but he was he was above average, but he wasn't like game.
He was also in
really
New Realm of Gods leader as well, right? Extreme Realm of Gods.
Yes, he did lead that.
So he was really solid at launch, but then the game started shifting towards this defense over everything meta, right?
But even back then, I don't think anybody was saying, Zamasu's best at TUR by any means. I think Trunks was always like definitely better.
Yeah.
Future, wasn't exactly Realm of Gods, but had a lot of the Realm of Gods units in it at the time.
I think it also came down to as well, like, I think that was... was it? I think it was Golden Week. Exactly Golden Week or Goku Day. No, it was Goku Day. They launched the Legendary Goku event, right? So the value of Trunks just drastically increased from then on, right? So it kind of fell into a problem where Zamasu kind of started already aging very poorly the moment he released, right? Because they didn't prepare him for the future. They prepared him for what the events were in the game at the time. And even then, his damage reduction was solid, but he didn't have any defense to add on top of it, right? So it was a big problem for that, I would say.
Let me take a look at, Gotenks and Boo.
Yeah, Gotenks and Boo.
Boo is dead on arrival, and Gotenks is,
the biggest problem with Gotenks...
He's above average.
Yeah, Gotenks and Boo, the problem with them is they take 8 turns to transform into their final states. And
at least Gotenks is good before that.
Yeah.
Boo is borderline unusable.
Yeah, it's just a problem.
Gotenks at least has some defensive versatility.
Go ahead.
To be honest. So, Trunks, for one, I want to go ahead and say, I think Trunks is the best age out of all of these units so far. Because I feel like he's not the best anymore, but he's still pretty usable.
Yep.
I also completely forgot the Boo and Gotenks even existed until I just looked it up. And also Vegeta
is good.
I want to go to say Vegeta. I know this is probably unpopular opinion, but I'm like the biggest Vegeta fan. My name used to be Ignan Vegeta, for Christ's sake. I didn't even like him when he released. I always thought he was kind of just like just overall, mainly because like, why did they give him 2 additional normals instead of just like supers or something like that?
Yeah.
And like he just felt weak overall. But like I feel like Trunks has definitely aged the best. Zamasu, he had the defense issue even on release. I feel like I remember people complaining about that since he first came out. And then Gotenks Boo, like I said, I completely forgot they even existed. I
Yeah.
legitimately just had to look them up.
Yeah, it's really wild. The Boo I can understand. Gotenks is still usable. He does obviously increase defense on his super, which is great, and then he has his initial form is kind of questionable. There's not much to it. It's just like the most basic passive skill you can get. But once he gets into Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 3, it's a lot better. Whereas Boo is just until he goes Super Boo, which is 8 turns into the fight, which is rare in any situation. Even IDBH, it's only on like one of the latter stages, like the second to last or the third to last stage, you're gonna be Super Boo. So it's like, why have you designed a unit in such a way? It's just like the last year's Golden Week's units were just questionable in my opinion in terms of how they designed them, in terms of transformation and whatnot.
So do you think it's going to be different this year?
I think so.
With how everything's been going with 2021 Dokkan, I think they'll actually be really good.
Yeah.
Because like,
What do
have
you
they
think
released a
it's
bad
gonna
unit
be,
this
though?
year? Yeah.
No, they've all been like arguably best TUR when they've released. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, Goku and Vegeta best LRs. Goten and Trunks are like, yeah, you could almost make them like best TUR, and in their right situation, they're still better than Videl. Like once they got all their dodges and stuff off. But I mean,
Yeah.
I still think Videl's head and shoulders better than them in every situation for the most part.
Yeah.
Even Broly,
this-
who was probably made like
I forgot about Broly.
yeah, I mean Broly's forgettable from
love Broly.
surprisingly he's probably the most forgettable one out of all of them, even though he's really good. It's just his kid doesn't seem very inspiring or anything. But at the same time, you could make, even though he was probably make well in advance, because he had to be released on both global and JP, so they probably had to make him like very early on. He probably is still very solid, right? He's very solid. So across the board, they've always done a great job with the TUR so far. I mean, EZAs aside and LRs aside, like, because we have to focus on TURs because that's what we're probably going to get for Golden Week again. The TURs so far have been phenomenal, let's quite arguably, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there's been a single like issue with them at all, in my opinion. So they've done a good job with them. I mean, outside of, I suppose, Pycon and Janemba, but that's still 20. I think
2020.
that's technically
Do y'all-
2020.
Do y'all think they'll EZA the Vegeta during Golden Week?
I was actually going to say that, yeah, I think we could probably see Jiren and Vegeta, at least one of them. I mean, after UI Goku got his, Vegeta, I think he's
needs
due
it
for one.
desperately.
I think
Yeah.
it depends on the celebration, to be honest. I think it'll depend on the celebration, which, I mean, we can come straight on to, like, what are our thoughts on what we expect from the celebration, I suppose. And I think I'm expecting it to be SSJ3 Goku and Hirudegarn, which will lead into either it being a Dokkan, an EZA for LR SSJ3 Goku, or SSJ3 Angel Goku, in my opinion. I think I think the fact that we're getting this AGL Tapion EZA, or we have by the time this goes up, I think we are probably going to be getting, it does seem like they're leading into this whole Wrath of the Dragon celebration. And we have to remember, it's going to be a movie, it's probably going to be another movie heroes / movie bosses kind of celebration where, you know, it's a movie theme and everything, whatnot. They have kind of been very obvious in that they're doing that basically, right? Leading into the worldwide celebration probably. As per usual, like they always do. In the last 2 years, they've been doing that for both Cell Saga, Buu Saga, and now they're doing it for movies. So I do believe it's either going to be Wrath of the Dragon. There are obviously other alternatives. I don't know what you guys think. Choco, what do you think is going to come?
I think it could be, you know, like World Tournament Goku and Piccolo, but I agree. I think Wrath of the Dragon is probably the most likely one. Did Videl have a normal EZA aside from Tapion during her celebration?
Not one. It's just Tapion.
But Tapion is like good enough, I'd argue. Like he
is a category leader technically, right?
Ideally, I would have wanted, you know, like for example, like Physical Cooler, he could have awakened or EZA'd, but I do think that an EZA doesn't have to be tied to a celebration. Like it doesn't have to make sense. So I still think it is possible in Golden Week. The EZA, you know, the other Golden Week units like Vegeta and Jiren, which would be, first of all, I would make, because it's Golden Week. Again, Anniversary till now has been non-stop hype celebrations. This is a major celebration. Saiyan Day was pretty big. Videl right now, there's nothing. I don't believe there's any actual big celebration. It's just a like a spring one.
Yeah. It's just a
So
spring one, yeah.
it should be way bigger, and I mean, to make it way bigger, if you just give Vegeta and Jiren both their own EZAs in the celebration, I think that's how they'll make the celebration itself really good, and then unit-wise, please don't make Hirudegarn age poorly, dude.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, all the extreme units have aged poorly, so for the love of God, let's
I
not
hope
do this
they
one.
don't pull a tech hit where they give him good attack but no defense because he can dodge.
Yeah, please, no. Oh, God, no.
Oh,
Iggy,
no,
what about
don't.
you? What do you think?
Alright,
What's
so-
gonna come?
First off, if they do Hirudegarn, I really hope he's really good because I know he has like, no character to him, but he's one of my favorite villains. I just love Hirudegarn for some reason. But I've noticed a correlation between all the Golden Week units, right? So we had Vegeta, we had Trunks and Zamasu, we had Gotenks and Boo. You know what the correlation is?
What is it?
There's absolutely zero correlation. So it's gonna be Garlic Jr. and just
Fantastic.
Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken.
No, it should be Kid Gohan. I mean, okay, fair enough. Touche. It could probably be that. That's so random. I actually thought there was gonna be a correlation. Damn
Say
it.
about that, you're gonna go like, oh, they had fusions and like Vegeta, he was gonna fuse into Ultra Instinct Gogeta, and then I realized, wait, no, that didn't happen.
Yeah. Bro, I was so baffled.
You actually had me thinking you had something. But anyways, let's get back to Gil. You're I guess you're saying Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Hirudegarn, right?
I personally think Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Hirudegarn. I know a lot of people are also throwing the idea of Res F, obviously. Another movie, obviously, as well. Part of the Dragon Ball Z side of things, of course, as well. I just don't... It's very possible because that's another, set of units or period, I suppose, we haven't gotten any units from in a while, I think. I guess the last one we did get, was the free-to-play Golden Frieza and Sorbet with the physical Angel Frieza release, right? But I do believe that you could make the same argument for SSJ3 Goku. His Dokkan event hasn't come out since like 2016 or something. You know, it's not been updated since 2016. So it's nearly been 5 years. It's been 5 years since he got an update to his Dokkan event. So I think it's time that we get an update for SSJ3 Goku and a new one as well. And I feel, we do need a base Hirudegarn unit as well. We've got Tapion, who transforms into Hirudegarn, of course. But I think having a straight-up Hirudegarn will be sick as well, in my opinion.
What if we have like a Hirudegarn that like slowly builds into Hirudegarn? Like he starts out with just...
or that,
like,
half the
legs or
body,
whatnot.
half the body.
Yeah.
I think that's...
that would be sick.
that's what I'm expecting them to do. I just hope they don't... Like, Hirudegarn is in such a weird spot of... If they easy a Tapion and then immediately invalidate him... But if they were to say because remember the original Super Saiyan 3 Goku, they easy-ed him and then immediately release the LR.
Yeah, I remember.
If they somehow, for some stupid reason, do that situation with Tapion, if they make a new Tapion Hirudegarn lead movie bosses and movie heroes, I know we just got another movie boss to lead.
Yeah.
But that's what I want to see. If we got a new Tapion, have him lead both
Here's my
categories.
counter argument for that. One, the Goku is the LR back when they're 0.008% rate, so no one was going to get them. And two, same name update, so it wouldn't really matter much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. Actually,
That's
yeah,
true. But another thing I would say, would you think Hirudegarn would be on Movie Heroes? Because
No,
the
I
only
just meant
reason
if it
why
was a Tapion.
the only reason why Tapion and Hirudegarn are on that are on Movie Heroes is because of Tapion. But if it's straight up Hirudegarn, it's gonna
That's
be
what I
only...
meant. If it's a Tapion into
you-
Hirudegarn,
okay,
I want him to
okay.
lead both categories.
Yeah. I'd say if it was just Movie Heroes, I would be happy because we know that they're gonna release a new category. We know that. Hopefully, it's not as bad as Special Poses was last year, But
The problem is, he would have to be a great support unit.
Yeah.
Whoever it is has to, because Tapion's not going to fit well on movie heroes. Same name update, you can have them the same team, they won't link.
Yeah.
That's why I think if we get a Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he should probably be. Maybe it's a base form Goku into Super Saiyan 3.
Oh, you know what? Just
I'd
realized,
be cool with that.
So we just made a video on this, by the way, so y'all should check it out on the 5-9 channel.
I know the upload order, but yeah.
Yeah, but we just made a video talking about the Giant team and how like it needs buffs. If they make another Hirudegarn type unit, that could buff that team and make it like more useful.
Exactly.
Would.
I think there's a lot of potential with SSJ3 Goku and Hirudegarn. I feel more than another Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Vegeta, and Golden Frieza. I think, and plus it's more representation, which is I think what they're trying to achieve with releasing Videl, Goten, and Trunks and whatnot.
Dokkan Fest, Bulma, and Dokkan Fest Oolong.
Hey, you know
For
what? I would
Golden
really
Week.
like
It
to
could
see
be-
that. You know what I would really like to see? You know that they're doing all these movies. A Path to Power Goku, maybe Kid Goku.
Yes, please. The Kamehameha one.
And
with
a banner
Android
unit-
8 guys.
Yeah, banner unit Android Aider on it as well. That would be sick.
Anyone saying that won't happen because they need to make money. Videl got 6. 6 for a gacha. There's so many gachas that will never even break top 10.
Oh, yeah,
Legends, I'm
100%.
pretty sure with like Yellow Vegito, probably only got to like top 6. Legends, also Dragon Ball
point out
can't consistently break top 5. So
that
Videl doing 6.
I believe that if I remember correctly, that Kid Goku is also like the fastest top grossing
Yes.
unit to
Yep.
ever release.
Oh.
Yep. Until
like,
obviously, I
if-
think it was until this anniversary,
Like
but
60.
yeah.
Yeah. If he was the fastest top grossing unit ever released, which is why I don't understand why they haven't went back to it. But we could get like a Dokkan Fest Bulba or something, and then
Yeah.
have like Dokkan Fest Tao Pai Pai. That's like that.
You know, there's
Unironically,
some
that
cool
could
ideas
happen
they
now.
can do with these movies. It's just that I hope they don't stick to these. Oh, we want to do this, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Super Saiyan. I mean, inevitably, I know for Worldwide Celebration, it's probably going to be Blue Gogeta and Broly, probably. We kind of expect that, right? But in between now and then, I really hope they do decide to put in stuff like, a Path to Power movie or something like that, because that would be super, super cool, in my opinion. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. What do you guys think?
I literally just tweeted like
that's
a couple days ago, like, please, Dokkan, where is the Path to Power Goku where he does the Kamehameha? That scene is one of my favorites ever. Like, it's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they can bring out. But yeah, that's it, I suppose, from us. Let us know down in the comment section below, what do you guys think? What do you guys want to see from Golden Week? We'll probably start getting information about it in a couple of days with V-Jump, probably. Assuming this goes up before V-Jump, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
It should go out the day we're recording, probably.
But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Obviously, leave a like as well. Subscribe for more Dokkan content. And we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.
A river in a darkland, the left is in a lost land, a heartbeat for a demon, a wedges in a strange land. I'm given the balance, but I'm standing on razor's edge now. What quick all my life is.